There's a big sound delay. I'm gonna check to see how to fix that. Yeah. Hey. Hey, Faithy. Yeah, that is a huge delay between sounds. I don't know if you're getting this like I am, but like I push the button and then the sound effect is like almost a full second later. Let me check something. Yeah, let me check something. Let's see here. I might have to do this off stream, but that's okay. Okay. I'll see what it does. Gotta go to my audio. Yes. I have an Elgato capture card. It's a new one, so I'm testing it. Along with testing the local recording and streaming. Because the past couple streams, it would interrupt halfway through saying that I ran out of disk space. And I was getting a lot of encoding overload errors. So I want to fix that, obviously. Yeah, let me go to something a little more quiet. Let me lower this on my end. I feel like I'm yelling. Okay. So let me go to audio. Okay, it's my desktop audio. Hopefully, though, this doesn't mess it up when I'm doing other stuff, but that's okay. Audio properties. Okay. Alright, how do I... Oh, here it is. Oh. Alright, here we go. Desktop audio. Here we are. Alright, so... Okay, I think it's getting there. Let's try 30. Okay. Let's go a bit higher. Or negative. I'm in the negatives. No. Let's try this. No, it still feels like the same amount of time. Let's try the other way. Maybe that's the problem. This is totally new territory for me. I've never had to troubleshoot this before. Alright, let's put it at 20 in the positive. Okay. Now I'm still getting the same. Alright. Let me just try putting in larger numbers and we'll see how that goes. Because I forget it's in milliseconds, so. See what 500 does. Okay. Let's try something else. Let me go to the actual video capture device itself. Even though it doesn't look like it's outputting sound from my mixer, that might be what I need to do in order to get it to go. I'm sure this is all terribly exciting. Alright, let's try this. Alright. Well, that just might be how it's gonna be. Because I can't seem to get it to go. Let me try a different website, because this website is trying to make me download some kind of video codec program. Alright, let's see. Okay, so 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. Okay, that makes sense. So it's the same thing as this, but let's see. Maybe I have to hit close for it to take effect. Well, I guess that's just how it's going to be. I'll see if the delay is present in the actual recording. But for now, it looks like everything else is fine. Oh, also, I'm streaming in 720p, so... Because, I mean, I don't really need 1080 for these games. Nope. Okay. Well, hold on. forgot the Elgato sometimes has to catch up with itself when there's a resolution change. And the Sega Saturn changes resolution a lot. I'll let the intro play and see how everything goes from there. Also, the delay might also be because I have the my Sega Saturn hooked up to a splitter box for other game systems. So that might also be causing a delay. Yeah, so the Elgato's looking good. That's good. Nice picture. Yeah. It's a glowy boy. Oh. And there goes your town. Probably to make way for a bypass or something. Yeah, really. So let's play for a bit, and then I'll see how it goes from there. Whoop. That's a bit of a problem. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the capture card kicked in the middle of the, when it was transitioning. That's funny. Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, the Sega Saturn changes resolution all the time. It's not that big of an issue unless you have a capture card that doesn't play well with resolution changes like an Elgato. But that's okay. I've had to deal with worse. Like the thing not working at all, like when I had that old capture card I used to use. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the Nintendo 64 does it as much, but I know the Sega Saturn does a lot. Alright, so far so good. I'm not getting any errors or nothing's popped up yet that says that I don't have any remaining disk space. Even though I do. Even though it's full of shit. Look at this big boy. We'll be seeing him later. I love the design on this dragon. This guy right here. It's so weird looking. I mean, look at it. Like, it's very bizarre looking. It's very distinctive looking, too. You know, sort of. It was getting some interference. Let me try something. Give me 1 second. Because you can see it like... it's getting bad. Give me 1 second. Let me try something. Alright. Instead of it going through the splitter, box splitter that I had with the Nintendo 64 hooked up in it too, I have the Sega Saturn plugged directly into the retro tank. But it looks like I'm going to have to turn it off and turn it back on again anyway. Yeah, because even if I go directly to the source that it's plugged into, I'm not getting a signal. Alright, Alright, I'll just take a second. Okay. Well, this could be a problem. Because now it's not doing anything. Give me 1 second. Thank you. Alright, I unplugged the retro tank and plugged it back in. So let me go turn the Saturn on and we'll see if that made it work. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let me try unplugging the Elgato and plugging it back in and see if that works. Okay. Right, let's do one more thing. Video capture device, deactivate, activate. Yeah, try that one more time. Nope. Okay, one last thing I can do. I can turn the Saturn off and turn it back on again. Hmm. That's what I just said. Let's do this for a second. Well, let me get rid of myself for a second, so I'm not flopping around all over the place while I troubleshoot this here. I might. Now, the thing is, I don't really use video capture software. I just use the Elgato and OBS. It didn't come with any software. The Elgato I got was just plug and play. Well, let's see. I didn't have the S-Video plugged in all the way. Yes. Brought over. Because there's a lot of games that never would have made it over here if it wasn't for them. What I don't like is the meddling they do with the gameplay, where they always have to make the game way more difficult than necessary. Like, for example, I know I think it was one of the Lunar games, you had to pay in order to save. And for no reason whatsoever, they jacked up the price by like 300%. So It's stuff like that. And like in this game, I know one of the things they did was they made the characters move slower. In fact, give me 1 second. You can go on the Cutting Room Floor website and put in any Working Designs game, and they'll outline you what they changed. So let me check something. Yeah, here. So, alright, so, the script was rewritten, which, that's obvious. Obviously they're going to localize it. But, Working Designs like to slip in a lot of pop culture references. So, a lot of the jokes they add are going to be dated because they're jokes from, like, the 90s. I know one of the games they did references Bill Clinton in, like, a high fantasy setting. So, it's stuff like that. Okay, in the Japanese version, the dialogue in game was voiced, but they cut all that out. And in the manual, they took it out because it slowed the flow of the game down. So you still get the dialogue, it's just you have to read it yourself. It's not voiced. Let's see, a few portraits have extra animation that was removed. Some of the characters' portraits are swapped for the wrong ones. Oh, you can skip FMVs in the US version, so that's okay if you've seen it before. They added 6 save slots instead of 3, so that's a good thing. You can listen to outtakes, so that's a good one. So they did some good and some bad. But I'm looking now, here's the main issue. The enemy stats. All of the enemies do more damage in the US version. And it looks like some of them, I'm looking at a table. In fact, give me 1 second. Why tell when I can show? Sorry, I'm covering you up there. But, actually, let's just do this. Okay, will it allow me to interact with this from here, or do I have to do it from the thing? Yeah, because it's not letting me, hold on. Oh, here it is. There's an interact button. That doesn't seem to do anything. That's annoying. See, that's weird, because when I use this for the... Oh, I know what I can do instead of... Here, give me 1 second. Sorry. Again, this is why this is a testing stream and not a I'm actually doing things stream. Here we go. We'll just embiggen this for right now. So here we go. Let me scroll this over. So you can see all the numbers that are pluses. That's how much the damage was increased for each of these enemies, boss fights, and projectiles. So you see one of them, it got increased by 5. 1. There's a 2 over here. For the final boss, 9. Plus 9. I mean, that's really unnecessary. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and this is just an extra. This is like an extra statistic. So I'm just gonna go through that, see if there's anything else. Yeah, and here's the speed of the enemies was also increased by these amounts here. I mean, it's unnecessary. And they did it because they wanted to make the game more difficult. Because, you know, Victor Ireland loved a challenging game. Let me see what else. Yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, that's the major issue. You can see some of these were like multiplied 2 times, 3 times. Yeah, so I mean, it's extremely ridiculous. So that's why I'm glad there are some there's a group that takes the Working Designs games and returns the difficulty back to the Japanese version in the US version. So they're called Unworked. So you can get a lot of Working Designs games unworked so that they don't suck completely in the gameplay department.
This land, this place, the dark tide must be quelled. I must call them.
What I really wish for is for them to do an unworked for Silhouette Mirage. Because I love that game, but good lord, the US version is ridiculous. The sound delay is a lot less. Yeah, good. Yeah, so plugging it in directly is much better. Hurry! Hey. It's very rude. Ooh, this one? Maybe. Nah. Yeah, that's most jobs. Thank you, Working Designs. So here we are in Tokyo Tower, where the No, unfortunately, it doesn't. That's the only bad part. It's nearly impossible for them to unwork the dialogue. They're not translators. They just know how to fix the gameplay. So unfortunately, you're stuck with some of the things, but it's better than having to play with the extra difficulty. So there's some familiar faces we saw earlier.
Oh my, you look lost. Can I help you?
Dog.
Flash, what are you doing here? Is something wrong?
Yeah, there's a dog.
This cute little mutt is my very naughty dog. I have to catch him before he causes any trouble.
So, your first mission in this game is to catch that dog.
Wait! I'll help you!
I'm not controlling this, by the way.
Oh, what a darling little puppy. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gotten into him. Magic Knights, I summon thee.
Now.
Where are we?
Let's not be hasty. Says he.
It appears that the Magic Knights have been summoned from beyond the barrier.
And so, the legend becomes an embarrassing reality.
But there are some lines in this game that I would want to keep no matter what.
What can they hope to accomplish using these children?
I'll point the one I love the most at when we get to it.
Even if they manage to release Emerald, their power is too limited to be of consequence.
Quite true, my liege.
Of course, we must watch them closely to minimize any chance for surprises.
As you wish.
Oh! What kind of nightmare is this? That hurt! Since we're all conscious of what's happening, I think we can rule out dreaming. It was a figure of speech. But whatever. We have to find out what happened. What is this strange place?
So yes, this is an isekai.
It appears we've been blown out of our world and into another.
Before the term even had any meaning.
One thing's for certain. This isn't Tokyo. As we were falling, I saw a floating mountain and a volcano in the distance. I noticed that too. Though I decided I might be hallucinating.
Thank you.
Look, I'm not in the mood to compare trips. We've got to find a way out of here.
I've never actually played this from all the way to the end, but I do know the story.
Why don't we introduce ourselves first?
What?
Admittedly, this is a trying circumstance, but we can at least stay civil. Introductions seem like a natural starting point. Then we can put our heads together and get out of here. Count me in.
Then I guess I have no choice. Count me in too.
My mother said I blew in on a breeze, so I became known as Fu, which means wind.
My friends call me Yumi. I'm 14, in the 8th grade.
What a coincidence! I'm 14 too. My name's Hikaru. What?
You're the same age as me? You look like you're still in elementary school.
How? How does she look like she's still in elementary school?
I must confess that I had the very same impression of you.
Oh, honestly. I, quite obviously, am substantially more mature than you, Fu.
Are you going to bicker all day? Enough!
I don't call that bickering exactly, but, you know.
Emerald must have made some mistake. You can't be the legendary Magic Knights. You're just bumbling children.
What do you mean, children? You're more of a child than I am, buddy.
I like to imagine that he's got a stool. That he's standing on a stool underneath that giant cloak. It's very funny to me.
I have lived on this world for 745 years.
That's a good question. And I don't have an answer.
What? But who are you?
My name is Clef. I am the High Priest of Sephiroth, and your guide in this realm.
I would imagine, though, it wasn't changed too much.
Until you reach the end of your journey together, you cannot return home.
Because you'll notice when they change stuff, when they start adding in, like, pop culture jokes and farts and things like that. I don't know if they did that much in this game, but I know that's something that they do.
Master, the legendary Magic Knights have successfully landed.
Yeah, it is. I know in one of the games they did, they actually made a fart joke into an instant game over. There's a item you have to have in one area of the game called a gas mask, because you meet a wind spirit, and the wind spirit is basically she rips a giant fart in order to get you somewhere. And if you don't have the gas mask item, you get an instant game over, which that was something they added. I forget which game it is.
It seems that our precious Emerald is not bound as tightly as we'd thought.
Her intent must be to revive the ancient machines.
We must have a plan to counter Emerald's activities, Zagat.
Your impudence reveals your age. Master Zagat knows all.
The one ones Emerald has summoned from beyond the barrier are merely children. But now that Clef is guiding them, there may be more cause for concern.
That meddlesome priest is the fly in our ointment.
The question is, how do we remove him?
Alcyone,
Yes, Master Zagat.
the time has come for a little child abuse.
My pleasure, Zagat.
I would never want them to remove that line. My god, that is the best.
This world is known as Sephiroth. You have been summoned by Princess Emerald to fulfill your destiny.
I definitely
and
need
save
that
us.
clipped. I need that line clipped instantly, please.
Summon Ray Blast.
Holy smoke.
When Emerald was free, this land knew nothing of danger and suffering. All beings of Sephiroth lived together in peace and harmony, fearing nothing. But now, this world reels as a dark chaos seeks to engulf our very souls. Mutant beasts of unthinkable savagery have consumed our world with fear.
All of this came about simply because a princess was taken from you?
That's right.
Yes, Emerald was the cornerstone of all Sephiroth. She alone held the power to keep it in balance. You see, in our world, simple thought is the most powerful kind of magic. And a soul pure in thought can wield more power than the most insidious of evils. Princess Emerald held our world together quite literally with her prayers.
But then someone stole her away?
And why would anyone want to imprison her?
Zagat, her most trusted aide, has turned this black deed. His lust for power has pushed him to bind the princess and hold her in darkness.
It all just sounds so very barbaric. How can it be true?
And besides, what relevance does this have to us? We're not of this world.
Well, he's getting to that.
Our best soldiers, knights, and magicians have tried and failed to defeat Zagat. The people of Sephiroth simply cannot challenge the strength of his thought successfully.
That settles it. We will become these Magic Knights and save Emerald for you.
Hey, hold on a minute. What makes you think you can speak for the rest of us, Princess?
It is by Emerald's wish that you have been called to this land.
And besides, you can't leave until you do it, so there.
Only by claiming your destiny as Magic Knights can her wish be fulfilled. And only when that happens will the way home reopen to you.
So in a nutshell, we have no choice. To get home, we must save Sephiroth.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your destiny is to become Magic Knights and revive the machines.
That's going in the YouTube clip playlist.
Machines?
Can you wield magic?
No.
You must have known that, Clef. There's no way we can wield magic.
I had hoped that you would have at least some magic ability, but no matter. Magic transmission now!
So, never mind. You're just gonna get magic.
What a rush! I've never felt anything like that. What was it?
I tried to give you some of my magic. But it seems that instead, magic has chosen you. Hikaru, close your eyes and feel the power. Can you sense it? The strength swelling within your very soul.
I can feel it. My heart seems ablaze with a sense of purpose.
And yes, this is a game, not a visual novel. Gameplay will happen eventually.
That's right. You experience the wellspring of your magic.
What's that?
It appears that Zagat's forces have caught up with us.
What? Bitch, what?
Summon Griffin.
Bird.
Get on quickly.
Sort of.
But what are you gonna do?
I shall stop them from following you. Now go.
That's insane!
There is no time to argue. Go! Look for the machines. Volcano, sea, and sky. The machines are there.
Clef, don't be a fool!
Go east. Precia is there, within the Forest of Silence. Obtain weapons from her and join Mokona.
Well, well, well. It's been far too long, Clef.
You always were a weak-minded follower, Alcyone. Your alignment with evil disappoints, but does not surprise me.
Throwing shade.
And yet I remain grateful to you, dear Clef. With the magic you taught me to master, I can now do things like this! I would expect no less a fight from the best magician in Sephiroth.
I taught you the secrets of my magic to protect Emerald. Now you spit in my face by turning the knowledge I gave you to the service of evil.
Ah, yes. The Clef I still remember vividly. Pure to the last. But how will she defeat me if I taught her, you ask? Simple. I just call on Zagat. Zagat! Power up now!
As you wish, Alcyone.
No!
Ha! Those sniveling Magic Knight wannabes are as good as mine now!
If Alcyone destroys the 3 emeralds summoned, there can be no Magic Knights, and the machines will remain sealed forever.
I guess he's telling me this?
I pray they are strong enough, for soon this stone will overtake me. And the real enemy is much stronger than Alcyone.
Yeah, sure, okay, whatever.
Oh, I'm so worried. I wonder if Clef is all right.
Come on, Foo. Didn't you see the power he had? Of course he's all right. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already ahead of us at the Forest of Silence.
What have we here? Oh my, it's a gang of optimists. How positively saccharine. 7 ice daggers!
I don't know why they're hiding her in shadow. We've already seen what she looks like, but whatever. I guess because they haven't seen her? I don't know. Well, there she is now.
Identify yourself!
That is the most adorable show of courage I've yet witnessed. I, dear child, am Alcyone.
You! What have you done with Clef?
I hope he's all right.
Clef is fine. He's far too stubborn to fall to someone as lame as this.
Ah, such brave words in the face of impending doom. Don't delude yourself. Your little guardian is solid stone by now, kiddies.
Kitties.
Liar! I won't believe it! No way! How can that be possible?
Don't worry your pretty little air-filled heads. His time had come, and so has yours. Ta-ta, little ones. With you dies the legend of the Magic Knights. Be careful, little one. You wouldn't want to fall off the griffin before I killed you.
Well, what happened was she used her magic.
You'll pay for this! Ooh, will you pay? This isn't over yet!
She used a fire spell. Unfortunately, the fire spell was stronger than she anticipated. And when it blew up on Alcyone, it blew up on them too.
I don't believe it, Hikaru! You did it! You really did it!
That must have been the magic Clef was talking about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Magic? Yes. Yes! That was my magic!
It's like, oh, this fireball spell has a radius of 20 feet. I'm gonna use it here 15 feet away from me. Boom.
Speaking of Clef, what are we gonna do now? He's been immobilized.
I won't believe it until I see it myself. We must go back.
Isn't that rather dangerous?
We can't leave him back there if he's in trouble. What kind of person would suggest that?
Someone who's pragmatic.
Please, try to stay calm. Raised voices won't solve our problem. Hikaru, if we go back and find he is stone, we don't have the means to reverse the spell. Besides, don't you remember that Clef told us to save Sephiroth at all costs?
That's right. Going back now would play right into the hands of those wishing to stop us. To save Sephiroth, we must follow Clef's instructions and move forward at any cost.
I know. You're right. We have to press on.
If I remember right, Clef's instructions were that we should head east. Yes, I'm sure of it now. He said to head east in the Forest of Silence to meet Precia.
He sure did.
Wait a minute. I wonder if this could be the Forest of Silence.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get moving.
Hey, look! There's a game here! So, now that there's actual gameplay, let me tell you how this works. So, this is an action RPG, like Zelda. You always have the three of them around, and you can press the L and R buttons to switch between them. That's all I can do for right now, because I ain't got no weapons or anything yet. So we can save. And we have these little things.
Another strange thing happened. This evil woman named Alcyone attacked us, and when I went to attack her, I suddenly had command of this fiery magic blast. I was surprised, but I think Alcyone was blown away, literally. Anyway, I worry about Clef, but like Fu said, we have to keep moving forward.
So you get these little diary entries that you can have the characters read.
Hikaru somehow called up a kind of fire magic and defeated an evil woman who was after us. It was very cool, and I'm kind of jealous. I wonder if I'll ever get something like that. If only Hikaru got magic, it wouldn't be fair.
So, to make up for the fact that... Yeah, this was what was added to make up for the fact that some stuff wasn't voiced anymore.
Hikaru used a sort of flaming elemental blast to dispose of a woman who attacked Clef and then sought to destroy us. I wonder how the fire magic actually works. Oh well, this world is full of mysteries.
You also get little insights into their character through these, since they're written in, their perspective. Look at the settings here. Yeah, it does. Well, she looks a lot like the lady from Swap Note, period. Now, let's see. Which character? Dash, map, magic. Okay, attack, jump, and magic. Alright. Okay. So we can see the magic, which only Hikaru has right now. Let me see something. Because it says number 2. Aha! So there is a number 1. Alright, we'll get into that later. Like when I actually play this game. Well, so far it looks like everything is working smoothly. I haven't gotten any messages saying that I'm out of disk space for the recording. I haven't seen any encoding overload errors, so it looks like putting everything down to 720p was a good idea. I mean, I play mostly retro games anyway, so I don't really need them to be in high definition. I think the upscaler takes care of it enough anyway.
It seems as if no one is at home right now.
Perhaps this isn't even Precia's house.
A little, talking a bit faster than the sound there.
Did you see that? The door just opened.
What kind of person leaves their home unlocked? It's not safe.
Well, let's not waste time just talking about it.
Yeah, let's move this along a little bit.
You mean go into the house? Isn't that bad manners?
Okay, fine. You stay out here with your manners and the monsters, and we'll go in.
Gee.
No, forbidden door. Yeah, let's try this way. Look, can't you see that thing's busy? Ah, it's the mascot. Who, for the longest time, I had seen this creature in a Japanese shop that was in a mall that I used to go to all the time, and I didn't know where it was from until I started getting into the series. No, punt it. He's the mascot character that every magical girl show has. Hey, we ain't thieves, lady. So yes, I believe that these are the dialogue things that were voiced but cut out. And in order to make up for that, they put in narration of those diary entries. I thought I put it on fast speed. I guess I was mistaken. So this goes on for a while. Yeah, he always gets voiced because that's all he ever says. Okay. So yeah, apparently her door is magical. So yeah, cannot be opened, but obviously we're in the house, so you figure it out. Okay, so now she's getting the idea. Yep, Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe. Let's move on. I want to at least get into a little bit of combat before I turn this off and move on to something else.
Magic Knights, it is my duty to welcome you here. Oh, and by the way, my name is Precia. I'm the senior commander here on Sephiroth.
Freaking Lady Blacksmith Soldier? Hell yes. Yes. Yeah, he basically just said, go here, find this person. Weapons now, please. Yeah, the sound delay is much better. I'm gonna keep them directly connected. Hell yeah. Oh. I guess the laws of consent in Sephiroth are a little different from Earth. Oh, okay. Never mind. So we have to give them back. So yeah, she is gonna make weapons for us, but we're getting loaner weapons until then. Nah. They get a lot of use out of that Little chibi Umi pose there. Yep, she's got it. That's why she wears the glasses. Escudo. Yes, try to follow a little faster. Aura weapons? No. So yeah, this explains why you don't bother getting other weapons. Your weapons just get stronger when you do. This is the same as when you play the SNES RPG that's based on this. Okay. Please. I want to fight things. So, what weapons did they get? So, we get a bow and arrow. Well, good thing she already has a background in that. So, she has a sword. And she has a rapier. Shut up.
Clef?
That would be crazy awesome.
And Precia's
What's happening?
Mysterious Sephiroth Lecture number 1.
Oh no. I don't want to be lectured anymore.
You have accomplished the first objective of your journey. Makona is in your party.
Yay.
It is foretold that Makona will be no end of help to the Magic Knights.
You should already know to press start in order to access the command menu.
Yep, I did that already. Hey, aren't you a stone statue?
And there you can use items that Makona is holding for you and change various settings.
The most important command to remember is illustrated diary writing.
Yes, otherwise you can't save.
Use it often, and you will have many wonderful memories of your adventures.
Yeah, I don't know if this is all in the Japanese version, but yeah, I agree.
You now know the basics. Time to end this session and return to the game. Have fun!
It is a bit much. But, I mean,
See you later, kids.
usually the target audience for this, especially Magic Knight Rayearth, would be young girls, so they probably would have not really played video games all that much, so I can understand why it's there. Let me go kill things, please. I need blood. I need to shed blood. Yeah. There we go. So she gets a slash. Since she's a fencer, she gets a stab. And there's your range attack. Oh, there we go. Come here. Oop. Come here. I must slay you. So there's no charge moves or anything like that. It's just basic attacks. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh, okay. Just letting me pick them through the menu. Alright, I think we're good here. I just wanted to test a couple things. This wasn't going to be a very long stream. But I'm satisfied with the testing. It looks like everything went well, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching this totally... this totally out of the blue stream that I hadn't planned on doing. Thank you. And, yeah, I'll rate somebody. Let me stop the local recording.